So today I have this barrel topper I made a long time ago, and we're going to mold this bad boy so we can make a latex cast out of it. In order to do that, I have to clay in some of the undercuts on this thing so we'll be able to get it out of the mold. So that's kind of what I'm doing now. And I figure I'd just pop on here and let y'all hang out with me for a while. So what I'm using to smooth out my undercuts is just ends of paintbrushes. Let's see. Hey, what's up, man? Sorry if I have to get close to you to see it if I was blind as a bat. So what I'm using wet clay to go underneath some of my undercuts. I'm not sure how my video is going to turn out because my service sucks here in the garage, but we're going to give her a shot. So what I'm doing is I'm just filling in some rough spots, then we'll come back in and kind of detail it all. So what we're doing is we're getting ready for MHC, and that is coming up here in a few weeks. So we're gonna make some stuff for that. So if you guys go to MHC, stop by and see me and Keith. We will be there. I got a big old 32-foot facade sitting over there that I'm working on. Just got some more wood today to start on toe pincher coffins. So that ought to be fun. Y'all hear cars going by and stuff. I got the big garage door open it's a little chilly out today, probably about 65 or so. I like some fresh air. Can you all see that okay? Barrel topper, and like I said, I'm making a barrel topper, and what I'm doing is filling wet clay in the real hard undercuts on this so we can be able to mold it and get it off the mold. If the picture quality sucks, let me know, guys. I can't see it if it sucks. Let's see. Let's see if I can get them up here. Now I can see. No, I'm not going to do a silicone mold. So I will be doing a ultra-cal mold. It's like I'm glutton for punishment. I need another 400-pound mold for some reason. So that's kind of why I'm doing all my, filling all my undercuts in with weight clay and stuff. So it doesn't hurt if you're doing, if you're going to latex this. So this will be a latex pile. So it won't hurt if you have a little bit undercuts, but you got to be able to get your skulls out. Now, if I have to tear this up to get it out, it won't be so bad because once you latex this and foam fill it, you're able to maneuver it a little bit. It's a little bit more forgiving that way. Silicone. Silicone, you could probably do silicone if you wanted to. It'd be a little expensive to do though. I do make a few silicone molds myself. I just made one. Let me get that one. I'll show you one I just made. Yeah. So I just made a skull. This is a skull silicone mold I did. And some of this stuff you have to be careful when you're making these, especially silicone, especially whenever you're laying your silicone up on your skull. So I got a pretty good flex here. All right. Hey, Phil Walker, Scotland. So when you're doing silicone, try to be mindful not to make this sucker super thick down here. I'll probably have an inch thick down here, and it's hard to get off your mold. So this is a skull just poured up not too long ago because my other one got destroyed. So I'll show you this other skull I got. Now I poured quite a few skulls through this one here, and this is, I guess, the breakdown of it when you start to get it wear out. So it starts breaking down, and then your rigid foam will start sticking in those sections there, and you'll end up ripping your mold like I did. So I had to order another one from Nightmare Makers. So I try to patch this one. I haven't tried it anymore. I'm going to put a little bit of silicone inside there and just see if it works or not. I have no clue if it will, but we're going to try that eventually. And silicone would be really, really expensive to mold this, but it would be pretty cool though. You could, if you did silicone, you could cast it in rigid foam and be able to get it out of silicone. Okay. If I wanted to do latex is a little cheaper on the pocketbook, so I figure I'd go that route. See how it works out. So I'm just cleaning it up today. I'm probably not going to mold it today because that's a lot of molding. But if I go to mold it, maybe tomorrow, if y'all would like to see me mold this sucker, maybe I'll do it tomorrow. Phil Walker, I didn't know you was all the way in Scotland. What you doing way over there? How's the weather? Bet you it's probably cold over there too, isn't it? So I made this barrel topper a couple of years ago, and it's been out in the weather. It's been beat up, dropped, and everything else. So it's fared out pretty good. So I figured I'd go ahead and I'm going to mold this sucker. So how I made this barrel topper is I got a couple molds from Nightmare Makers. I got one with a jaw and one without the, well, I got one that's screaming and one without the lower jaw. And I put it all together and sprayed a lot of foam around it and all that goody stuff. Just get you a couple molds, start pouring it up, make you a topper for your cricket barrels or whatever. And if you get tired of seeing it laying around, make you a mold of it. Then you can really see it sitting around. So the only thing I'm doing is I'm getting the real hard edges and the undercuts out of here. I don't want them all going, but I want most of them going, so it's just a little easier on me getting it out of the mold when I pour it up. Like I said, once this is in the Ultra Cal, it's probably going to be destroyed after that. It probably isn't going to come out that pretty. I'll have to dig all this stuff out of the Ultra Cal because of the sunken eyeballs and the nose and stuff like that. But once you get it dug out and cleaned up and everything, you shouldn't have no problems with your latex when you put your latex in the Ultra Cal on this mold. And if you foam fill it, I use Flex Foam 3, and you shouldn't have no problem getting it out. I said you shouldn't. That doesn't mean you won't. Guess I probably should have showed you guys before I started. So let me see if I can find a good old spot here for you. So you kind of see how deep these ridges are. It goes inside this skull. That's pretty deep. Now that'd be hard to get in and out. So what we want to do is we want to fill that in just a little bit so it's not so hard to get this out of the mold. Even if you're using like right in here, this would be a real hard spot in the middle of these skulls to get your latex out of. So we want to fill that in a little bit. And this is kind of what we're doing. We're just filling in the undercuts so it's easier to get out of the mold. So once we fill it all in, we'll go back over it again and just look at it and make sure we don't have any other hard spots that it's going to be hard to get in and out. So I got about, I don't know, I probably have 150 pound of wave clay or so. I don't think we'll use all that on this. I got 25 here. Hope that noise ain't bugging you guys that much. If it is, let me know and I'll shut the door down a little bit. Or if my video is screwed up, let me know. I will try to move it around a little bit so I can get better service. So I haven't been posting videos for a while. You guys probably noticed that because I've been busy doing, let's see. I don't know why am Hey Hugo, what's up, brother? So the silicone I used is, where was it at? What did I do with it? I think I stuck it back in the cabinet. Let me go get it real quick and I'll show you. Okay, I'm back. So what I use, the silicone I use is a Rebound 25. It is a gallon kit, but you do get 2 gallons. And I suggest do 2 thin coats, then get you some of this. Let me find it here. It's called Thin-Thix or Thibex. On your last coat of your silicone, your 3rd coat, depends on how thick you want it. Put this in your last coat, and that'll make your silicone thicker. That way, it's you don't have to have 10 coats of thin silicone. If that makes sense. So that's what I use. I use the Rebound 25. I also use Flex Foam 3 for soft foam stuff. Like this Creepy Apple, I just molded and foamed. So I put a worm in his head. So he's got a worm coming out of his head. So I got that guy. And I also use rigid casting foam, 6 pound. If you go with the Engineer guy, they usually don't carry the 6 pound, so I get the 5 pound. They carry like 5 pound, 8 pound, stuff like that. No 6 pound. Here's another idiot. And I use Ultra Cal whenever I do hard casting or like hard molding, like this here. I make these little skulls, these little fetus skulls. These are made out of Ultra Cal. So I made a mold of these, and I'll show you another one I'm doing. So what I'm doing here, these are like little incense burners for the little triangle. These are like skull towers. And I just paint them up. And these are all made out of Ultra Cal. And these are the fetus skulls I'm doing. So they're made out of Ultra Cal. So all my stuff is made out of Ultra Cal, hardened like this. I use, I make a silicone mold. So all that's, all that be silicone. Now something like this here, I want to do latex. That way I can take it out. I can either paint it or sell it, and somebody else can paint it, or there's a array of ways to do things. Just whatever you got time for and what you feel like doing. And I think this would probably be a good little project for people. If they wanted to buy a skull barrel topper, they can get it unpainted and paint it themselves. And I think that'd be a cool little project. That'd probably be a cool little project for kids too. If they wanted to paint some skulls and whatnot. If I miss your all's messages, just say it again. I'll usually catch it. I'm not meaning to ignore you. see what we got going here so I don't miss you guys. If I'm missing any. Hey, Danny. Oh man, it's freezing. Man, that sucks, dude. It's chilly here today. It's about, well, it's the temperature's starting to drop now. It's about 65. Hey, I see monsters. The small mold cost. Are you talking about the skull? If you're talking about the Nightmare Maker skull, I think they're around 145.